I am once again buying stocks. Hi, I'm John McNeil, and this is the Invest Strong Network. Welcome. Yes, I can hear it already. But, Brother John, weren't you telling us in the spring how you're going to not buy any more stocks or make any other investments for the rest of 2020? Yes, and thank you for reminding me. Yes, I did say that. And looking at the landscape at the time, that seemed to be the wise thing to do. Now, if you'll recall in those videos, I would always caveat my, or preface rather, my statement of moratorium by saying, unless and until there was new leadership proffered on a national level. And as it turns out, it's that very thing is beginning to look much, much more likely. In fact, I would even go as far as saying it's pretty much a done deal at this point. Now being early October, right? So with that being the case, I wanted to go ahead and kind of run ahead of the trend, right? So I've once again begun to add some names to the portfolio. Now, is there a grand strategy behind these? Well, yes and no. So these particular four names I chose because I basically have a cash hoard that has been building up, and I just could not stand by and watch inflation basically chew up my cash, right, or the purchasing value of which. So I felt that it was really necessary to have my money to begin to work aggressively for me to combat inflation. So that's kind of the grand overall strategy. But as for these particular four names, really, I researched them and they just kind of look good to me, and so I just plucked them, right? And a couple of them are industrials. Um, One is a retailer, and one is a high tech name, right? So there's a little bit of diversification there. Let's get right into it. First name that I acquired, Columbus McKinnon Corp, ticker symbol CMCO. Columbus McKinnon, based out of upstate New York, manufactures hydraulic systems for heavy machinery and other things. And so clearly, this is an industrial play. Um, Currently trading at 36 and change. Now, I actually have been watching Columbus McKinnon for almost 2 decades now. Now, when I first began laying eyes on the stock back in the early 2000s, the company was trading for basically $2 and change, and now it's in the high 30s. At one time, as high as the low 50s. Right? Wow, what a return in 20 years. Well, where does it go from here? Well, I think that the industrial sector will come back. I mean, yes, the CV-19 pandemic not only has not gone away, but it's actually gotten worse. But they're saying that vaccine is right around the corner, perhaps sometime either late this year or early next year, if it can be ramped up, which the government is putting. That's one good thing that they've done is they put a heavy emphasis on ramping up the production and distribution of a vaccine. So that would go a long way towards putting CV-19 in the American rearview mirror, right? And once that happens, I believe that the industrial plays will come back very, very strong. So Columbus McKinnon is in that category. Now, not yielding very much, less than a 1% yield. That's kind of a disappointment, but we'll see, right? We'll see what happens. And not a whole lot of money I invested in it, so I feel as if I can take the risk, right? All right. Second industrial play, Carrier Global Corp. Yes, Carrier, the ticker symbol CARR. It is the manufacturer and servicer of HVAC systems. I know here in Houston, just about every home and large office complex, their HVAC systems are Carrier, right? And so, and that's pretty much the case throughout the United States of America. Based out of Palm Beach, Florida, they're actually, this particular company is a spinoff of the old Raytheon, and it's currently trading at 32 and change. The yield, again, for an industrial play, not that great, only about 1%. But again, you know, I didn't mortgage the house to buy it, so I can take the risk, right? And again, I believe that once CV19 is history, then these industrial plays will reflect strength in the overall economy. All right, now comes my high tech play, singular high tech purchase for this particular go round. Palo Alto Networks, ticker symbol PANW. They are the producers of cybersecurity software, mostly for businesses and industries. Currently trading at 252 bucks and change. Really does not pay a dividend yield, right? So not a virtually no income coming out of this thing, but it has reflected strength in both the technology sector overall and the security side of the technology sector in particular. And that is an extraordinarily strong category. It will continue to grow stronger going forward as attacks from rogue hackers and state-sponsored actors and just about everybody else is tearing into various systems. They're going to lean heavily on Palo Alto Networks to fend themselves, and so I feel really good about Palo Alto Networks going forward. All right, and my retailer is Big Lots, ticker symbol BIG. So now Big Lots has a lot of competition, right? It's in the discount retailing business. With these subscription stores. That puts them in direct competition with Sam's and Costco and Walmart. You know, and so they're in some shark infested waters. But so far, Big Lots has been holding its own, right? And the stock has been strong. Really, I think any and all discount retailers will be successful as the American consumer is constantly looking for a bargain. Times are tough, really, really tough, and things will not ease up for some time, right? Perhaps even a year or two or more before things can get back to normal. And when I say normal, I kind of think of the 2019 economy. It may be a while before we get there. And even if we do get there, there'll still be lots of bargain hunters out there, people on the lower income scale. They just will eat up Sam's and Walmart and Costco and Big Lots, right? And so I have confidence that Big Lots will be around. They'll grow strong. And I would not be surprised, to be honest with you, if Big Lots is actually acquired by one of their competitors, right? I could see Big Lots fitting quite easily into Costco, right? Or Walmart, Sam's, right? And I put those two together since they're kind of the same company. I can see Big Lots squeezing in perfectly there. I mean, and really, when you think about it, if you're Costco or Walmart, Sam's, and you want to add stores to your dominion, here you have a perfect mechanism to do so instead of having to invest mammoth amount of money to go and find the locations and build the stores and hire the staff and do all of that. Got a ready-made expansion right there, right? So that's what I'm doing, right? And Big Lots, by the way, is yielding about 3%, so that's not bad. You will get some income out of that, so that's exciting. And it is based out of Columbus, Ohio, right? Good old Midwestern heart of the country play. Okay, so that's what I've been up to. Some other things going on, with the brother man, and I'll get to those in future vids. But I dipping my toe back into the stock market, right? And we'll see how it goes. And am I afraid of the big market crash? Well, I mean, obviously, it's a concern, but no, it doesn't keep me up at night, right? Because even with these purchases and even with the portfolio, the incumbent portfolio, I haven't really mortgage the house to do this, right? These are just extra funds that I really want to put to use so that it's not eaten away by inflation. But I still think better times are ahead, certainly in the short and intermediate term. All right. So thank you. Hope you found this instructive and informative. If so, smash that like button. Do it. Please do it. I beg of you to do it. And also leave a comment. I read each one and I will respond. I promise you that. No question. And, come on now. You know what I'm going to do. Subscribe. Yes, I'm begging you to subscribe. Let me tell you, operating a bed and breakfast, right? The thing I hate most is having to clean the bathrooms, right? I just hate it, right? But I'm telling you, I will come and scrub down your bathroom if you will subscribe, right? Who else will do that? I'll do that. That is, of course, if you live in Southwest Houston and you can set aside the time for me to swing by and do it. I'll do it, right? But for all of you folks everywhere else, subscribe anyway. I beg of you. All right. Thanks so much, friends, and good blessings.